Life is pretty fun. I think it's about to get even more fun. It's cool speaking through this. The body knows. It didn't figure anything out. It just stopped resisting. I can still talk like this, though it's not necessarily the body speaking. It's a combination of mechanisms that are. This is kind of fun. Yeah, life is beautiful. Every little thing. Oh, sorry, Blue. Come here. Yeah. And that may sound strange. Oh man. So I keep about to share, then it's like never really was an issue to begin with. It was just something this body wanted to fucking identify with. So I was on a walk with the dogs this morning, and like on the way back, it's like 4:30 in the morning. One of my neighbors, I see him out with the dogs every now and then. He's out there. Well, I walk all my dogs off leash. I understand not everybody's gonna like that or appreciate that, and there's things, though they be pretty good with the situations that are in. Like they handle them, they don't push it too far. We tend to open up a lot of like interactions, cause like everything's social, everything's part of this consciousness, everything can be opened up to a newer possibility. So I see him walking his dog. I have filet and blue stop. Loki's in the bag because I want to make sure he's understanding of our dynamic before I just let him run sidewalks, because I notice sometimes he likes to dart. That's something working on. And I announced, and this is where I noticed that I learned something. Body learned. Is your dog friendly? Mine are. And I told him, it's like she'll they'll go if it's not, if he basically said that his dog wasn't social. Alright, cross the road, they do their thing, just how you doing, didn't really register too much. And he's just like, can you keep moving? Because Valea went over and kind of, investigates. She's curious. And she's friendly. We love everybody. We'll approach even a dog that's not so friendly, and even like really you can tell. Anyways, he asks us to continue on, and I noticed the body got a little upset, like just cycling through. It was like I felt that energy from that dude, and it affected the body. Cause shortly after, like, I was like, the body's, why are you not listening to me? Making me a liar. Not really. So yeah, and that's where, like, part of me didn't really care to share it, because it's like, I see that it was just the body doing its thing. It won't always react like that, respond like that. Especially now that it's relinquishing control. It's like there's less need for it to. Why identify with that? It's like it never really does accomplish anything. It makes everything feel worse, or in an odd, strange way. And like on the a different note, so we'd be out at the cemetery running around, and we came across this one dog named Cookie. You know, they tell me that she's not really friendly with dogs, and I can see that. Uh, but the first time I asked him, I was like, do you mind if we, sniff around and kind of do what we do? And he let me, and I talked to him. Because I've noticed similarly in us that, like, they have similar, like, programs too. And we can all shift past them. Dogs, animals, people, bugs, creatures, everything. It's about it surrendering as well. And the less it has to identify itself with what it is, the easier it will be for it to relinquish control. Because the stronger the attachment to I am the body, I'm Tim, I'm whatever, which I can still, respond to Tim, and, you know, I'm still here. I still have the expressions of me. I'm just no longer bound by the attachment of that. And it's a process, because by no means have I fully acted. It's a process. I feel like I fully relinquish control, but like there's deep mechanisms that need to be stretched and breathed into, and just well, maybe not, but hmm, so yeah, I guess that's not even true either, because it's like there's you can see all the things happening. And letting go control isn't giving up. It's actually quite the opposite. It's actually how you lean into and transcend everything. Oh, yeah, so we do our thing with Cookie, and he says she's really friendly with people but doesn't like dogs. So I just do what I always do. I let Philea and Blue do their thing, trusting that they are also here with me, and they respond correctly. And it's a risk always, but though I have watched how they do things, and his body likes to identify things and wants it exactly how he wants it. Though he also notices that when he surrenders that, when the body surrenders and realizes that, like, they be here too for a reason. 'Cause I let Cookie come up and I pet Cookie and loved on Cookie. And I simultaneously called my dogs over so Cookie could see. And when Cookie growled, I let Cookie know that this is my family and you will respect my family if you want my love. And little they had good interactions, and I mean it was standoffish the first time. It's like don't do anything. It's like relax. Like that's what I was. We encountered them another time. Dogs ran up to him. I noticed them, and I said, "Go, go see him. See our friend." We see him, and it's another pretty good. It's not like it's actually phenomenal, really. They, did their thing, sniffed. I pet Cookie, pet Blue. I let Cookie know, come on, we gotta get over this so we can be friends. 2 months later, we're there, and the dogs just run off in one direction. And I didn't really say, but I called for him and realized it was Cookie. And this was a totally different response than we've had in the previous. So, like, they ran up to each other, they sniffed each other, they circled around, they did their little. And Valea started barking at Cookie. And then Cookie started barking right back. And it was, you could see them both wagging their tails and kind of like, actually, it was like it's like, it wasn't tense. It was relaxing. Like, I wasn't feeling like there was a fight about to break out. It was like, they're talking back and forth. Like, Valea showed that, like, Cookie could also express herself through her barks. And they were barking back and forth. And, like, I told dude, it's like sometimes we get into our bodies and we think that we know exactly what they're expressing and what it means when they're doing it. And it's like, it's sometimes just like they're talking like we're talking and they don't quite know how to, we come across beings and it's like they've had their own experiences and stuff, so they're working with the way the world's conditioned them. So it's like, but it was just cool seeing them bark at each other. It's like, what if this is just them like, the world's beautiful, and they're just repeating it over and over and over. Or, I like your hair, I like your hair, I like your hair, type shit. And yeah, so I noticed that the body got a little upset at this interaction, but it's not anything that I'm stressing over, because I'm learning to be better as I go. And when it happens, to like and watch it and not judge it because it's bringing light to the darkness. And that's what we do. Probably needed. And like watching it, I can almost feel that like that being is in his body thinking, did he just mimic the way I do things? Did he just fucking do things the way I do? That's how I respond. That's how I get mad. I don't know. I just have a feeling because it didn't really register along the lines of the things. I do notice how I have this body has done things in a similar fashion. And it's like, I ain't fighting it because you can't really feel bad about what you do. You can only live with it because it's like, well, not even live with it, but it's like it all passes. So it's like it happened and it gone. It's like I'm able to actually see it for what it is and without judgment. And that helps the body because it's surrendering to it, knowing that even though it happened, it doesn't have to keep happening. It was just an expression in that moment.